Oh, utopias. Who doesn't want one? Amazing, right? We eliminate suffering and evil. Wow, that's so amazing. But no, that's actually a dystopia. And let me explain to you why. So, what is a utopia? Well, utopia is usually some world where some evil is completely eliminated. So, for example, suffering. We don't have to suffer anymore. Yay, yahoo! That sounds amazing, and intuitively it is. But it probably is not. And it actually might be a dystopia. And you see, I'm going to quote a wise man who has said this saying probably 10,000 years ago. Every coin has two sides. You see, every weight needs a counterweight. That's how you keep the scale some way balanced. You want, in a sense, fluctuation in life. And well, that's what the utopias eliminate. And you see, if we look at, good and bad, you kind of need both. It's kind of like hot and cold. You can't have one without the other. You can't have a night or a day without the other. You cannot have a summer or a winter without the other. You have to have these opposites for either of them to exist. And so when we think about the human experience, what we want is some sort of fluctuation between good and bad days or weeks or whatever. We want you to go through like, oh man, not everything went well. Because then when things go well, you're happy. And an example of this could be, for example, your life. Think about it. What do you think was the most meaningful period of your life? It was probably also the hardest period of your life. You see, there's a lot of people who done a lot of hard things and they probably consider those the best times of their lives in some weird way. But that's how humans work. Humans need the fluctuation of emotions and the fluctuation from good to bad to good to bad. I mean, why do you think people are so addicted to gambling? I mean, you win, you lose, win, you lose, win, lose. It's so fun because you have that fluctuation. It constantly goes up and down, all of these things. And so when we have a utopia which promises to eliminate some bad, it eliminates the counterweight. It eliminates the fluctuation. And then you get this staleness. And at first you might think, well, if it's only good, then that's good, right? But think about spicy food. Yes, it's a bit out of the nowhere, but think about spicy food. If you eat spicy food once, it's spicy, right? I mean, it's kind of in the name. But if you eat spicy food every day, it's no longer spicy. You develop a tolerance. And it's the same with happiness. It's the same with satisfaction. We develop a tolerance to happiness and satisfaction. If we have a warm bed to sleep at night every night of our lives, we're not gonna be very grateful for it. We're not gonna be very happy to have that. I mean, it's kind of, it's always been there. So we have developed a tolerance to a good warm bed which to sleep in. But you know what? I bet if you went for 2 months into the wilderness and you went back into your warm bed, it would be a lot better. Because once again, you have the fluctuation. You didn't have the good luxury of a warm bed for whatever amount of time you were in the wilderness, and now you have it again. And now it's a lot better. And so we want this fluctuation. We want it in work, we want it in everything. I mean, imagine if you never had to work. You just had all free time. I mean, you'd be pretty bored. Everything would be kind of meaningless in a way. I mean, like, what are you even doing? So we want the fluctuation, and once again, the utopia promises to eliminate the fluctuation by eliminating the bad things and keeping only the good things. But we need them both. And so in some weird way, the current world that we exist in is a utopia. Because in the current world, you can have that fluctuation between good and bad. You can have a bad day and then the next day be great and you feel amazing. But if every day is great in a row, then you develop a tolerance. All of a sudden, that great day will become the new standard and the new norm, and it's not a great day anymore, it's just the average day. You can think of it as if it's your birthday, that's pretty fun, right? That's great. But if your birthday was every day, then that would just become a normal day. And so we once again need the fluctuation. And that's something that we have in the current world. We have this fluctuation. We can have bad experiences, but then we can have really good ones. We can have bad days, and then we can have really good ones. We can suffer, but then we can have pleasure and enjoy our lives. And so, in a way, the current world is much more of a utopia than any utopia promised. Because any utopia promised, well, it eliminates the fluctuation. You won't need to have bad days anymore. You won't need to go to work anymore. You won't need to feel pain or suffer anymore in any circumstance. And that's supposed to be a utopia, but in reality it could be a dystopia. Because you see, all dystopias and utopias are basically the same. They both eliminate the fluctuation. Dystopias eliminate the fluctuation by eliminating the good, and utopias eliminate the fluctuation by eliminating the bad. And when you eliminate either one, well, you eliminate the fluctuation, which is the actual thing that we want. I mean, and once again, to really drive this home and to prove that this is actually the core of our happiness and satisfaction and meaning in lives, think about algorithms on social media, for example. They have been intentionally designed to feed you a video that you like, then something that makes you have a negative reaction, like, oh, you know what, bad news around the world, for example. First they give you dog video, then bad news of the world, then maybe another dog video, and it fluctuates. They want you to have that roller coaster because that's what humans want. That's what, like, in a sense, gives you those big dopamine hits. If they gave you a dog video after dog video after dog video for 10 years, you would not like dog videos anymore. They would be pretty normal. So, once again, any utopia that promises to, well, end the fluctuation is actually a dystopia. There is no such thing as ending the fluctuation, getting rid of all the bad, and having a utopia. That is exactly a dystopia. And in some weird way, even though it goes against our intuition, the current world is a utopia because we have that fluctuation of good and bad. But hey, what do you think? Do you think we need the fluctuation? Or am I just talking complete baloney? Anyway, thanks for watching and have a great day.